Hey, Chad Hymas here. Welcome to this week's Roll of Safety Tip. Welcome back. Coming to you from Kentucky, where it's about 75 degrees, and back home at the ranch where I live, we got our first snowfall this morning, 4 inches. So kind of ironic how yesterday I came from home and it was gorgeous, and we got 4 inches of snow this morning, and here we are today in Kentucky at a coal operation, and it's a beautiful 75-degree day. I want to talk to you today about not the weather, but rather an important topic. I want to talk to you on carelessness. Carelessness. So as I look back and think about the events of April 3rd, 2001, and what led up to that, and my injury, and think about what my behavior was like and my attitude towards safety and internal and external exposures and my habits and my thought process. And then my lack of ownership afterwards for what happened to me and how easy it was to blame. And then I compare that to what I've done since, the 14 years in the research that I've done. Here's some things that I'd like to share with you. From the National Safety Council and their statistics, we know that roughly 80% of accidents are caused by unsafe acts. So give or take 80%, a very high portion of accidents occur due to you and I acting unsafely. The other portion, the other 20%, give or take, come from unsafe conditions. But we know that the majority of unsafe conditions are human caused, which then leads us to be able to say that the majority of accidents are human caused and unsafe acts due to you and I having internal or external exposures, having bad habits, and our attitude towards safety and how we feel about work. And that is exactly why I was injured that night. I don't think that I was injured because I'm a stupid individual or that I obviously was looking to get hurt, and none of you are. But I do think that I had some, let's talk about external pressures. I was in a hurry that night to get home and see the kid walk and play basketball with him. That's an external pressure. Internal pressure, I had things that needed to get done on my mind that night. Aside from playing catch with the kid, I knew that I needed to get the horses fed in the stalls, I needed to get the cows put in a different pasture, I had to get the water moved that night, so I had those kind of pressures going on. Habits, let me just hit this one hard. I'd never been caught before with the red light flashing on my tractor and had a bale of hay fall on me, so that had never happened. Of course I had the warning lights before, just like you and I get warnings all the time. You'll get warnings on your vehicle. The engine light goes off, and just because nothing bad happens, we keep running that vehicle thinking nothing bad's going to happen. Or how about low tires? And just because we've never gotten a flat or had a tire spin off on us, that bad habit leads us to believe that we can get away with it. Just because we get away with something doesn't make it right. It's carelessness. And finally, our attitude. And attitude is huge. And all I can say about attitude is this. It's everything. And the challenge that I have for you and myself today is the attitude by which we perceive a problem will either make or break the successes that we have as it pertains to safety. I'll say it again. The attitude that you and I bring to the table as it pertains to our work and our families will either make or break our family successes or make or break our successes as it pertains to safety. I think it's because of my attitude that I have towards my accident or my perceived accident today that has allowed me to have some of the greatest successes of my life. So I'm asking you to look at safety, but look at it today from a different perspective and have the right attitude towards that. And if you and I will do that, we'll take care of our colleagues and our coworkers, those that are around us. Safety will become our number one value and our greatest asset, and we will all be better off because of it. Until next week, roll with safety.